Praise the Lord. I'm Pastor Nelson McMillan of RTP New Dimension Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Just want to come to you for a moment and just share some exciting things we have coming up as we begin 2017 in the month of April. Here at Refuge Temple of Praise, we're stretching out into new dimensions and really trying to reach all those that are hurting, lost, all those that are struggling with any kind of addiction, any kind of issue. We believe that God has healing for you. So in 2017, beginning in April, we have a couple of new programs I just want to take some time to talk to you about. First of all, on Tuesdays, every Tuesday from now on, we'll be having Celebration Recovery here at the church starting at 6:30. That's for anyone that's hurting, anyone that's suffering, anyone that's going through anything, divorce, you're going through grief, you're dealing with some issues, whether anxiety or just self-esteem kinds of issues, or you're dealing with addiction. Maybe you're going through some things with alcoholism or drugs or pornography or gambling. I want you to know God has healing for you. There's healing for you. And so Celebration Recovery is a 12-step program based on 8 principles, and it's designed to help you overcome the things that you struggle with. Let me just tell you, I struggle with a lot of things. I struggle with all kinds of issues, but for the grace of God, every day I can get up and move forward in faith. And so I just want to share those principles that are outlined in Celebration Recovery, and also my own testimony of what God has done and what God is still yet doing in me to help me overcome day by day. And believe God with you. And so we're going to start that the first Tuesday of every month. First Tuesday of April. From here on out, it's going to be every week at 6:30 here at the church. And that's Celebration Recovery. We also have an outreach to the homeless. We call it Soup for the Souls. Every Thursday, 12 o'clock, I'll be having a service starting at 12 o'clock, and we're going to, have a prayer and an inspirational service and share some things with you for about an hour. And then we're going to feed those that are in need for a couple of hours. We're going to feed from about 1 to 3 o'clock. So the service starts at 12, and like I said, we're going to have some inspiration, and we're going to sing some praises to God and share some thoughts with you. And then we're going to be feeding from that time all the way up to 3 o'clock. And so we look forward to seeing you Thursday. That's every Thursday, beginning at 12 noon, as well as our regular weekly services. We have some other things going on. The last Friday of every month, we're going to be having church at the park. Starting in April, we're going to have church in the park, and what that entails is that we're going to go out and have service in the park, right here on Utica and 244, and the little park right there on the corner. And we're going to be having services, and then we're going to feed the hungry. Then that's the last Saturday of every month, starting in April. And so we're looking forward to that as well. That's going to be at 3 o'clock. The last Saturday of every month at 3 o'clock at the park on Utica and 244. Looking forward to seeing those there. And also just come on out if you just want to come out and see what we're doing, or come out and be a part and help out. We're always looking for more volunteers. And there's such a great need. There's many people that are hurting and struggling right now. And I believe God has called us to the kingdom for such a time as this. And so we look forward to seeing you there. As well as, we have what we're going to call Friday Night Lights. We haven't really gotten the time set for that, but we're going to be having youth basketball. I have a friend in Oklahoma City, Pastor Chris Meadows, who's been doing this for a couple of years, and I really want to pick this up here in Tulsa to give our young people something to do. Oftentimes in the community, come Friday night, there's nothing to do, and you know what happens. An idle mind is a devil's workshop there. When you don't have something to do, people find anything to do. And so we want to give them something positive to do, and also be role models and examples for them. And so we're going to be starting that, and that's going to be youth basketball, and also other activities here at the park on Utica 244 on Friday nights. Here at New Dimensions Church, we're also going to be opening up and to begin to try to expand our fellowship with the broader Christian community here in Tulsa. One of the things I've learned as I've been in Tulsa for the last 18 years, and that oftentimes a lot of churches are looking for other churches to come together in fellowship. And we want to be a part of that. We want to not only be a part of that, we want to facilitate that. We're going to be putting together a group of churches, and what we're going to do is go from church to church each one Sunday a month and have service there, and go and encourage that church and encourage that pastor. And so we're just really excited about that. And have a group of pastors we're going to be working with, and so we're looking forward to that as well. And so we have several things that we have coming online, and I just want you to be a part of these things. Also remember our regular services. We have our regular Sunday services. We have 9:30 a.m. prayer on Sunday morning. We have a 10 o'clock devotional review from 10 to 10:15. Our Sunday school starts at 10:15, and we have classes for youth and young people, as well as for adults, and as well as for new saints orientation. Our morning worship starts at 11:15. Every second Sunday, we have a Friends and Family Day. And so what happens is that service, that day after the morning service, we'll have food. We'll be feeding people in the fellowship hall. We'll have food and fellowship in the fellowship hall. All those that come to service, I want you to stop by the fellowship hall and sit down and break bread with us. And we're going to just get to know one another. Then that evening, on the second Sunday, we have an evening service starting at 3 o'clock. And so that's the only time we have a Sunday evening service. It'll be the second Sunday at 3 o'clock. So we would love for you to come out and be a part of that. And invite your friends and families to that service. As well as on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, 6:30, we have prayer. And on regular Wednesday night, we have family life application study, where we're going to be looking to the Word and really look at how to apply God's Word to our lives. It's one thing to know the Bible, but then it's another thing to apply the Bible. So we want to make sure that not only do we know the Word, but we are applying it, and the Word has become alive in our life. And so that's every Wednesday. Amen. Prayer starts at 6:30. Bible study or life application study starts at 7 o'clock. And those are just some of the things I want to share with you that we're doing here at Refuge Temple of Praise, New Dimension, and looking forward to seeing you in one of our services. God bless. In Jesus' name.